Hello YouTube, I am here with another video. I don't make a lot of videos, have you noticed? Just because I don't think that everything I think, every thought I think needs to be shared with everyone. I really don't think anybody really cares most of the time, but every now and then there's something that comes in my head or is stuck in my craw and I feel like I have to share it. So this video is directed to parents. I have an issue with you parents. As some of you might know, and many of you may not know, I'm a pediatrician. So as a pediatrician, I am perched daily and given the privilege daily to observe and critique children's behaviors and how they interact with me, how they interact with the world, and how they interact with their parents. And I have found that parents have turned into a set of punks. They have completely abdicated their role as parents, which includes being disciplinarians. I know nobody likes to be a disciplinarian. Nobody likes to discipline children. But if you don't discipline the children, they are going to grow up to be, and I know we shouldn't say a child is bad. We should only say they are behaving badly. Well, I have seen some badly behaving children really over the last 5 years. It's precipitously happening. Exponentially happening. And I can't blame the poor children. It's not the poor children's fault. It's you parents. You all are spineless jellyfish punks. And I think part of it is the establishment's blame. And by that I mean the psychologists and the powers that be, the American Academy of Pediatrics, and these people with the psychobabble who told you that, never punish a child, always just praise them. There's a power in praise and positive, reaffirming what they're doing and, all of this stuff and no punishment. Well, you can't tell a child that, you can't raise a child that way, because as adults, if you do something wrong, you're going to get punished. If I decide to drive 55 in a 25 mile per hour area and a policeman sees me, he can pull me over and give me a ticket, and he will be well within his rights to do that because I am breaking the law. When you break the law, you get punished. So parents, set up some rules in your households. What I can't stand is when I have a child who has completely annihilated my exam room, torn the place up, talked back to the mom, hitting the mom, and then at the end of the visit, the mom's like, "Connor, you did so well. Parker, you did so well." And we're all like, "No, you didn't. Parker did not do well." And then they're like, "Come on, let's get a sticker because you did so well." You're sending the wrong message. Yes, go ahead and praise the child when they've done something correctly, but you must punish them. I had a video about interrupting, and so we talked about that, but it's not even just interrupting. It's just bad behavior. Talking back to I'm a mother of 4. My children never talked back to me. And I had a child have a tantrum and talk back. And an 18-month-old is going to say no. Even a 2-year-old is going to say no. But a 4-year-old should not still be saying no. No. And that was happening one day, and the woman paused and was like, "Doctor, what did you do when your children did this?" I said, "Well, my children never did that." They're like, "Well, how did you manage that?" I said, "Because I nipped it in the bud. The minute they did this the first time, I told them, stop it, no." And you don't have to spank them. Some of you may spank, and spanking is not against the law. It's not. And even the Department of Family and Children's Services, as long as you don't leave marks, as long as you're not abusive, you can pop them. And I'm old school. If you all have not noticed by now, I'm traditional and old school. And I never really had to really spank my children. But every child is different. So the timeout is not going to work with every child. I have 4 children, like I said, and for a couple of them, all I had to do was give them a disapproving or a glowering look, and they'd straighten up. And then the other 2, sometimes I would have to take something from them, punish them. And rarely, I can count on one hand the amount of times that I actually had to pop them. And sometimes, if they touch something, I'd be, stop. I'm not talking about anything, harmful or abusive, but you have to do what you have to do to keep these children in line because they're growing up and they're becoming menaces to society. And I'm really, really, really concerned. So parents, listen, it's okay to punish the children. You can. And every now and then tell them no. Don't just tell them yes. I know that we have this little guilt complex, many of us who might have grown up and didn't have the things that we wanted to have in life, and you feel like you owe it to your kids to give them everything, but you cannot give them everything. Every now and then, just say no, just for no's sake, no. If everybody's, you know what? Remember when parents used to say, if Johnny was jumping off the bridge, you think you would jump off the bridge? Sometimes I think that was okay. It sounded crazy when I was a child. I was like, that is so crazy. I wish I would stop saying that. But really, you need to instill in your children. You don't have to do what everybody else is doing. You don't have to have what everybody else is having. You need to be an individual. Make sure you raise your children properly and make sure you discipline them, whatever that means, whether it's punishment, timeout, a little pop here and there. But please, do your job, parents. Discipline. Thank you. Peace and love.